All right, let's now look at how you can be prepared financially during, well, life's uncertain moments. Nicola Beswick joining us now from White Rabbit Advisory. Nicola, welcome to AusBiz. Thanks for joining us. So, um, tell us a bit about your backstory, why you saw an opportunity there to set up your own advisory and who you're actually targeting.
So I launched White Rabbit Advisory to really help people that are navigating life's challenges. So people that have been impacted through illness, had particularly total and permanent disability payouts, workers' compensation payouts, and so forth, but also looking at helping people navigating situations like divorce, and then, of course, retirement, because that is a big life changing event that we don't necessarily realize at the time.
Yeah, of course, those emotional upheavals in life can lead to financial stress and vice versa. So, how do you navigate that?
It's all about getting to understand who someone is and separating very much the emotional piece that comes with these events, but then also looking at the financial impacts as well, particularly with people that have gone through these situations. They've got so many things that have happened in the world. So it's really just holding space and creating space for them to be able to tell you their journey, their story, and then you help put together financial strategies to get them to where they want to be following these situations that they have been through.
All right. I mean, what are some of those um, stresses in life that you've come across that you've tried to offer advice in? I guess potentially life changing. I guess they can be tragic accidents or injury and so on.
I I think that's a really big one to look at. A lot of people, particularly if they've been struck with an illness, they may be people that, and I'm thinking of a couple of examples here, with clients that I've seen, husband and wife, where he had a motor vehicle accident. He went through an unfortunate situation to get a lump sum payment from the TAC, and him being in his late 30s with two young children and his wife who didn't work, we had to manage that situation for him to make sure that that money that he got could actually help fulfill what they wanted to do and him and his family wanted to do for the rest of their lives, particularly because he wasn't going to be working again. He didn't have that same income that you ordinarily would expect for that next 30 years that someone would be working. Um,
Yeah, and so it's not just those unexpected moments that life throws at you. You're also saying it's about planning well too. Obviously, when you talk about retirement,
yes,
perhaps aged care, inheritance, all issues that we will have to deal with sooner or later.
yeah, and that's exactly right. And there are always different things going on in people's lives, particularly if someone, for example, has received an inheritance. A lot of the time, they're going still through that grieving process. So they still need to make smart decisions around what they may have inherited. And that's where we can come and help offer some guidance is X, Y, and Z may have happened. You're dealing with this unfortunate situation. You've had to grieve a, the loss of a parent, maybe two parents, and now you're faced with this burden of trying to unravel that financial situation and what that means for you. But then also retirement. This is something that is some that most people will go through, and that's a life-changing event in itself because all of a sudden you've gone from having that purpose of work and had something to do to then what are you going to do in the future, but then what does that mean financially? Have you set yourself up? How have you set yourself up to be able to navigate that next 20, 30 years, particularly as you get older and life changes, entering into aged care and all the dynamics that kind of play out with that from an emotional perspective, not only for the person that is entering care, but their family as well.
Nicola, do you get the sense perhaps that when it comes to financial advice, it is perhaps too clinical? There's a lack of empathy. Is that what you're trying to get to?
That's that's I think the key thing that we're trying to really build on here in White Rabbit is bringing out that empathy, that real soft skills that we all need as financial advisors to sit there and really listen and understand, because a lot of the times people come to advisors when something's happened, and it's navigating that situation and really hearing the unsaid things that people are trying to get across when they talk to you. So listening, empathy, and really that caring skills is something that we're really, really focused on and building on.